welcome to the Pylon. I just want to say sorry to all of our listeners out there as we haven't been able to do it in like 2 or 3 weeks, however long it's been. But we're back better than ever. We've had some technical difficulties on our end, as like the sound bar thing wasn't working. So like when we would record it, it would have no sound. So that's yeah. But we're back, so still expect weekly upload or weekly podcast, and yeah, let's just dive right into it. Got a lot to talk about. What do you want to talk about first?
We're talking about the Iowa State-Oklahoma game. OU, second straight win. Defense played pretty good. First good defensive game since Nebraska. I mean, that's not really saying much, but still.
Yeah, I think it was a good. When you force 3 turnovers, I would say it's
You're
a pretty
bound to
good
win.
day
You're bound to
for
win.
the defense. And yeah, it was a good day for the defense. 13 points. They played like this bend but do not break defense, which is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
They just played a good like all around game. Like I know the offense. I mean, when you watch the game, I think the offense played better than really what the
I
score
mean, Iowa
was.
State has one of the best defenses in the country.
They have they have the best defenses
In the Big 12.
defense in the Big 12.
And top 10 country. They're just.
I thought Dylan Gabriel played well, even
Yeah.
though he had a couple drops. Like he had a couple drops, and
You mean Marvin Mims?
Marvin Mims, Steele Weiss dropped a touchdown. Like
Yeah.
I mean, his numbers would have been a lot better.
Farouk, a breakout game maybe.
Yeah.
Farouk.
No, yeah. Ever since Texas, he's been
He's been something.
awesome.
Yeah. Braden Willis didn't really.
Yeah, we didn't really see much of Braden Willis, but
Yeah.
I don't really think that's much on him. I think that's more of like the style of defense Iowa State plays.
Like, can we talk about Deshaun White? Man, he balled out on Saturday. He played probably his best game in an OU uniform.
Yeah, I mean, 14 tackles, I believe.
I think he had a couple tackles for losses.
He was just all
everywhere.
around the field.
Stutzman, he gave up the touchdown, but other than that, pretty solid. He wrapped up, got a pick.
Yeah, that pick that was a nice pick.
Nice read.
I thought Woody Washington played really well.
Lucky interception, but OU was bound for a break.
But he was still like every pass that was thrown his way,
I mean,
it
Woody
seemed like he was
Washington,
there.
he's dropped like 3 picks this season. He could have,
Yeah, I mean Texas, he dropped a pick, probably a pick
Freshman.
6 to be honest.
Freshmen are playing a lot. We have Grayson Halton playing good amount.
Yeah.
Gentry Williams was in the game.
Yeah, he had a
Good.
pass interference.
That was not a pass interference.
He had a
Good
no
coverage.
call, but I think it was a pass interference.
How?
I think it was. I think he
Didn't hold on him. Didn't hold.
he grabbed him.
No, he didn't.
He grabbed him before he got the ball.
Promise you, he didn't.
Okay. He
Robert
grabbed
Spears,
him, but okay. All right, what Robert Spears Jennings?
he played good. It was just a good game.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, the defensive line. The interior is okay. But the edge rushers still are horrible.
Yeah.
Reggie Grimes is bad.
Yeah. And so much for his grandma.
Ethan Downs.
I mean,
I'm done.
He
I
wore-
don't believe in him.
he wore gloves last game.
Oh, so he doesn't look like a punter anymore.
No, he is.
Dude, I mean,
Some drip.
the edge rushers need to get better. Which I mean, we do have a 5-star coming in, and
Yeah.
PJ Adebawore.
He might be a project in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think he is more of a project than as like a.
R. Mason Thomas.
Our Mason Thomas has looked great. That's another.
He played a lot.
Yeah, he might be poised for a breakout season next year.
Mhm. I mean,
He just is a good pass rusher. Like he has good bend.
I think we can both agree on this. Our best D lineman has been Isaiah Coe probably this season.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been.
I would agree with that.
Getting every,
Didn't he get hurt? Was it last week or was it this week?
I
Or I
don't know.
mean,
I didn't really see him play this week. I don't
okay.
know.
I think he got hurt. I can't remember. Maybe maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I mean, Billy Bowman, he's back. He played.
You could just tell
He
that
was-
he's not 100%.
Yeah, he still played. He was more of a rotational guy. It was just a good game.
Billy Bowman looked a little like again, you could just tell that he wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
But he still played. He played all right.
Mhm.
Secondary had a better game. I think Jaden Davis played all right.
Yeah.
He's still not. I mean, I still don't think he's a superstar.
But
Or
he's been our best coverage corner.
yeah, he's been solid. Which is, if you're looking at Jaden Davis' career, he's had compared to his other years, he's having a great year.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he was bad.
his freshman year was pretty good. I had a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
hope
true,
in
that
his
is true.
freshman year. Um,
But I think you could see development in the defense. They're learning the scheme more. I think we're tackling better now. That bye week I think helped a lot, and just
Mhm.
letting guys just recover and like just get fresh legs and
yeah.
just yeah, it just helped. It helped just give the guys a little break. They seem a lot more energized, and they just seem to be moving faster. Again, because I think they have fresh legs. Eric Gray is hurt, right? What did Eric Gray? He hurt himself like the last play of the game.
Yeah, last play. I think he's a
Is
little
that
dinged.
severe?
No, I don't. I think he'll play.
You think he'll play against Baylor?
Yeah.
Javante Barnes did not play as he hurt his hamstring or something.
He was sick.
No, Brent Venables later said in a press conference that he hurt his hamstring. As breaking news, okay, I know we're not talking about college basketball. Bill Self suspended the first 4 games,
Interesting.
including the matchup against Duke. As I will try to you go on, keep talking about OU, but
Wait, can I say something real quick?
mhm.
You're the only person who said Gentry Williams pass interference. I'm looking everywhere. Everyone's saying good coverage.
I just thought I maybe I'm wrong, but I do think
Yeah,
I
you're
just
were
thought it was
You're
it
wrong.
was
Anyways,
pass interference. Can I see the play?
I can't find anything. I'm still trying to find. Anyways, what were we talking? O-line played good. I don't think Dylan Gabriel maybe got sacked like on a scramble, but like O-line played good. Penalties still been a little bit of a problem. Special teams. This might be our best special teams unit in a long time. Turk. I mean, he
Best player.
best quarterback in the country.
Putter.
I like.
Oh,
Zach.
quarterback, yeah.
I like Zach Schmidt a lot though. He's been a really good kicker for us.
Yeah, and that touchdown he had.
Yeah, I mean he's been consistent. Kicking coverage has been pretty good. Michael Arguably one of the best punters in the country. Kick returns, punt returns, don't really have any of those anymore. Should not OU, I guess.
I'm looking at this Bill Self case, and it seems that he maybe recruiting violations, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, well,
they won't get hurt that much.
no, yeah, 4 games.
They'll be
It's not
fine.
that
They'll be
bad.
fine. They'll be fine. Anyways, yeah, just a good performance. Brent Venables, good coaching. Ted Roof, I'm not getting compliments.
As he probably won't be there next year.
Yeah, he won't be
Can we
there
agree
next-
on that?
Yeah. Just great performance. So you want to move on now to the college football playoff?
Let's move on against Baylor,
Baylor.
and then we can go to the around the country. You want to do that?
All right, Baylor. 2 p.m. kickoff on ESPN Plus. Interesting.
OU fans are mad about that, but I mean,
I think it's required for.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
required for.
I think each Big 12 team has to
to
play on ESPN Plus.
for a conference game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not Texas because they have like the Longhorn Network. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But it's gonna be a good game. Might be another defensive game.
That's
I don't know. Wait, what were we gonna say?
that's the thing that scares me is just well, you just like I know Lincoln Riley's not here anymore, but we've had really big struggles against Baylor, like offensively. Like we
Yeah.
just have not been able to move the ball. Dave Aranda, I think he's a great coach for Baylor,
Yeah.
great defensive mind. But I could see this being either a low scoring game or a high scoring
Yeah.
game.
I think it'll be in between. In my opinion.
Yeah, I would say if we're gonna go a score, I think I think OU wins the game just because
Yeah, I can
maybe it's at home.
At home, it's gonna
But I
be-
do think it's a close game. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be like again maybe kind of like an Iowa State score. But like
Yeah.
I think Baylor scores more
But
points
this
than Iowa
might be
State.
like the first year Baylor doesn't really have a big playmaker on offense.
Yeah,
19 they had
Denzel Mims.
2020 I think it was
Taekwon Thornton.
in 2021 was that running back.
Yeah,
He dominated us last. That's all.
Taekwon Thornton was also there.
And then
last
that running
year.
back. I mean, oof.
But yeah,
This year they really don't have that big time that will kill OU. And that might be the first time in this year we play like in conference.
and Blake Shapen for some reason he just doesn't like scare me. But
I know.
again, OU's notorious of letting mediocre quarterbacks have great games against us.
I mean, we can name them off. Casey Thompson, Adrian Martinez, maybe in both games they played
Yeah.
them. Gary Bohannon. I mean, that dude,
Even this season, there's probably
2019 Big 12 championship against
Yeah.
Baylor, the third string quarterback. I mean, oh my goodness. It was bad. It was bad.
But yeah, I think this could be more of a Iowa State type score. I think Baylor scores more points. I think it'd be like 20-27.
Yeah, I can see that. I think we scored. Their defense isn't that good, and
That's true.
we still moved the ball against Iowa State pretty. Turnover. We had a couple turnover. One turnover, right? Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think
we
so.
would have probably scored that drive. So we would have scored 30 on Iowa State.
That's true.
So I think we'll score around 30, maybe even 40. Depends how Levy calling. Depends. If Javonte's back, I think we score 30 plus.
I like that. I like that.
I'm not a big fan of Marcus Major this season.
I'm not either, but
Beginning of the season, he was playing pretty solid. He had bad
I don't think he
competition.
played that bad against Iowa State. But I don't think. I mean, obviously he didn't play great.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, he was off an injury, so, I mean, it's whatever. Javonte, I mean, he's our next big time running back.
Who's your prediction for a breakout game? Just like who do you think?
Breakout game. I think Marvin Mims bounces back. I think Braden Willis also bounces back. I mean, I think Jalil Farooq's gonna have another field day. On defense, Billy Bowman probably be back in the starting lineup. We'll see Woody again. Hopefully Isaiah Coe. I like Isaiah Coe.
For my offensive pick, I'll go with Theo Weiss. It's kind of interesting. I'll go with Theo Weiss. I could see a breakout game for him. Dropped a touchdown last week. I think it's pretty obvious he's the third receiver on this team, and I'll go with Theo Weiss on offense, and for defense. This is hard, but I'll say Billy Bowman. I know we've said that like every podcast, but I'll say Billy Bowman because, I think it gets healthier. Had a little bit of a down week against. I mean, not down week, just like a, like. He's just recovering. He's not 100% against Iowa, but he had a down week in terms of Billy Bowman standards against Iowa State. But I'll go with Billy Bowman on defense. I think he bounces back, gets healthy. Yeah, and there you go.
All right. So
Give your score prediction.
score
for the
prediction.
game.
I think it will be 38-23. I think we get a pretty solid win at home. We go ahead, go into West Virginia, Morgantown, 11 a.m. kick 2.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, it's better
Night
than play
game.
at night.
All right.
But
so-
FS1.
Yeah, we'll move on to college football playoff now. I'm going to go ahead and do my segment, higher or lower.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start off 25. UCF, higher or lower?
UCF. I think
Or do overrated, underrated? What do you want to do?
we can do. I mean, really, that's really the same
yeah,
thing.
same thing. UCF?
I would say, properly, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
yeah.
Texas, I already know this.
Texas,
Lower. I mean,
yeah,
5 and 3.
they've had some tough losses though. I'll say that.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll say properly rated. I think they could be 24. I'd be fine with that.
Oregon State 23.
Properly. I think they've actually played pretty well. I'll say properly rated.
All right. NC State 22.
Properly rated. I think this is. I know a lot of people are hating on this thing, on this college football playoff rankings, but I think it's not that bad. I think it's bad
Yeah.
towards the top 10.
Yeah.
But I think it's solid.
All right. Wake Forest 21. I think
They've had a bad
bad.
loss. That was a bad loss.
Probably-
I still believe in Sam Hartman though, so I'll say
Yeah.
properly rated.
All right. Syracuse number 20. Kind of fell off recently.
I think they're overrated.
Overrated?
I know they almost beat Clemson, but that Notre Dame game was bad.
Yeah.
But I will say properly rated. If I'm gonna say properly rated for Wake Forest, I'll
Yeah.
say properly rated for Syracuse.
Probably one of the bigger surprises. Tulane number 19.
Properly rated.
Yeah.
They've had a good win against Kansas State at
Kansas State.
Kansas
And
State.
they've been dominant. All
Yeah.
right. 18 Oklahoma State.
Too high.
I think they're properly.
Too high. I think
But
that.
if you have Syracuse number 20, I think you have to have Oklahoma in the right near them.
Yeah, but 48-0 against Kansas State's pretty bad.
I mean, yeah. But still, they've had the.
I think. Okay, I'll put it like this.
They've
I
had a
think
better
Tulane
loss.
should be ahead of them.
Yeah. Okay. But they've had the better loss than Syracuse.
You're right.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
17 North Carolina. I think
Uh,
they're properly.
properly. Yeah.
Number 16, probably the biggest surprise in all college football this year in Champaign, Illinois. The Illinois line.
I'll say properly rated just because I'm looking at the teams ahead of them.
Yeah,
I'll say
properly,
properly
but they're
rated.
still underrated.
Yeah.
Dude, they play Ohio State in a couple weeks.
Yep. Big
Is
game.
it Ohio State or Illinois?
I'm looking right now.
Is that Illinois? They'd be probably headed to.
If my thing will load, I could see. But anyways, let's just
Let's go
keep
back.
going. Oh, it's here I got it. They do not play Ohio State.
They don't play Ohio State.
They play Michigan State this week. Purdue, Michigan. They play Michigan at Michigan.
Okay, that's the game I was thinking of. All right.
All
All right. 15, Penn State.
You know what? They surprised me
Yeah,
against
they-
Iowa State.
yeah.
Or Ohio State. They
They-
played pretty well.
It wasn't really a 2-score game they played. I mean,
They were up for a while.
they played a 1-score game, I think.
I'll say properly rated. They actually surprised me.
In my opinion, one of the more overrated teams in the country, Utah.
I would tend to agree with that.
I mean,
They're too high.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Personally, I'm taking Penn State over them. I'm
Yep.
taking Illinois over them.
North
I'm
Carolina.
taking North Carolina. I'm taking Tulane.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. 13, Kansas State, properly.
Yeah.
48-0. You got to, yeah. Number 12, UCLA.
Properly rated. They've actually played pretty well.
Yeah.
They had a not so good game against Oregon, but I think Oregon's pretty good. So.
Number 11, Ole Miss. Who did they lose to last week?
They won last week.
Oh,
They
what?
lost to LSU.
Yeah, LSU. I think they're properly. I think they should still be ahead of LSU.
I would agree with that because LSU has 2 losses.
Yeah, and then the loss was to Tennessee, but Florida State.
They still also got destroyed by Tennessee though.
Yeah, and lost to Florida State, who's not even.
Yeah.
Number 10, I already know the answer. LSU.
Oh, I'd say overrated.
Overrated.
I think Mississippi. I think Ole Miss should be ahead of them. I think UCLA should be ahead of
Kansas State.
them. And I would also agree. I think Kansas State should be ahead.
Yeah,
of them.
maybe Penn State.
Yeah, maybe. But
LSU
I think LSU should be 13.
Only
or
reason
14.
LSU's in the top 10 to boost Alabama's resume. They want to get the SEC in the playoff.
Mhm.
That's just what it is. Number 9, USC. They're
Properly, yeah.
Number 8, a number you were doubting, hitting Georgia for their schedule, and now look at them.
I know Oregon actually has surprised me. Bo Nix has played like a Heisman candidate.
Yeah, he has been balling out.
So yeah, I'll say properly rated.
Number 7, TCU.
Underrated. I
Underrated.
think they should just be ahead of Bama.
Bama, yeah.
But
up to
one
number
spot, so I mean, I'll say slightly underrated.
Alabama, overrated, but they only should be down 1 spot. That's
Yeah,
about it. They're not like.
I mean, their good loss was a good loss
They're
too.
in the right place.
Yeah, their loss was a good loss
Yeah.
too.
Michigan, they're
I think they should be ahead of Clemson.
yeah, but they're still overrated in my opinion.
They've actually played pretty well. I'll say they're properly okay. I'll say just flip flop Clemson and Michigan, and I'll say they're properly
I
rated.
can see. Clemson number 4. They're just
They're
what we
Clemson.
said again.
Yeah.
Flip it. Georgia, I think they're properly.
Properly, yeah.
Number 2, Ohio State,
Properly.
And then number 1,
I agree with Tennessee
I
being
agree.
number 1.
They're the
They've had the best wins.
best resume,
They've had convincing wins
the
too.
way they've done it, and they
mean-
have a good defense, good offense.
They blew out a good Kentucky team. They blew out a good
LSU team.
LSU team.
Okay, yeah.
They beat Bama.
They beat Pitt at Pitt when they were ranked still 17.
They beat Florida when they were ranked.
Yeah, I mean they're.
They're just good. They're just a good team.
Imagine-
Josh Heupel has a good football
I
team
mentioned
down
Oklahoma had this defense.
there.
All right, so we'll talk about our.
Do you want to do the highest and lowest? Like,
But yeah, so the most overrated team in my opinion on this list, probably NC State or Utah. I think I go.
I'm gonna say Utah.
I'm gonna go Utah.
I'm gonna
too.
go with Utah as well.
The most underrated team, TCU. Wait, no, they're
Most underrated team. I'm gonna
Tulane. I'm
say.
gonna say Tulane.
I want to agree with. I
Or-
probably that probably would be my pick, but I'll
or
change
Oregon
it up. I'll change it up. I'll say
Oregon State.
I'm looking at it right now. I'll say Kansas State. I think
There
they
you
could. I think they could be ahead 2 spots.
Yeah.
But I mean, also, I think it's fine.
Oh yeah, one thing can we talk about this real quick before we go to your lock of the week and stuff.
We could go. Yeah. Okay.
Let me just. I want to talk about something. Big 12 standings.
All right.
All right. So right now, last place Iowa State. That's crazy. Iowa State's the last place team, and they're still.
Do you want to give grades for all the Big 12 teams?
Yeah, let's do grades. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Iowa State
I'll give it
a D.
I'll give it a D. I'll give it a D plus.
Yeah.
They've lost some close games.
They might not be the worst. They're good. They're a good football team.
It's their quarter. It's
It's
just
their
their quarterback.
it's
He's
their
not very
offense.
good.
Dude, if they had that,
Decker's not good.
if they had Brees Hall and what's his name, Brock.
If they just even had Brock Purdy, they'd be a lot better.
Yeah, they'd be maybe a playoff team. And that's crazy to say, but they're literally one good quarterback away for being a good football team. They do have J.J. Cole coming in.
Yeah, that's true.
West Virginia, maybe even worse than Iowa
Yeah,
State.
D minus.
D minus.
I thought they were gonna be a lot better with JT Daniels.
Yeah, that Pitt game looked.
I just thought they were gonna be a better team. They just aren't. I think it's pretty obvious they need to fire their coach.
Neil Brown?
Maybe not fire him. Just
hot seat him.
Yeah, you got hot. He's on the hot seat in my opinion. He hasn't done anything.
All right, Texas Tech. They're solid C minus.
I'll give them a C. I think they played okay. They had had some decent wins.
First year head coach. They've been playing. I mean, this is what you want for Texas Tech. It's Kansas.
I'll give them a
Kansas
B
standards
plus.
a B plus for Kansas standards.
Because
one away from bowl.
Yeah, I mean
that's all they need for Kansas. If they go 6-6. That's A plus season for Kansas.
Yeah. That Lance Leipold has that program turned around.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'll give them B plus to A minus.
Oklahoma, for Oklahoma standards, a C.
I would also
Give 'em a
agree with
C.
that. I'll give them a C.
C plus. I don't know. You decide.
I'd probably say a C or C minus even.
I'll say C. They've been playing better, I guess.
But C.
First year, but it's still Oklahoma. We still need better.
They should be able to beat Kansas State,
TCU. TCU's been good, I guess. I don't know. Texas, I'll give them a C plus. Maybe
I would
B
agree with
minus.
that. I'll give them a C plus.
Playing better than they did last season, I guess.
But also, I mean, you look at Oklahoma's thing, and this is a bad record for Oklahoma. But then you look at Texas, and this is considered a good season for Texas. But so, like, I mean,
that says a lot.
That does says a lot to me. And I'll give them a C, C minus actually.
I think next is Baylor. Somehow they're still in the race. I'll give them.
In terms of preseason expectations,
I'll give them a B minus.
I'll give them a C, C plus. I'll give them a C plus.
I'll give them a B minus.
I mean, they were preseason top 10.
Yeah, but
they haven't played like that at all.
Oklahoma State,
B
minus.
If you were asking me this question 2 weeks ago, I would have probably said A minus. I'll give it a B.
Kansas State A plus. A plus. They beat all expectations.
I'll give them an A.
Because there's one more A plus on this team. That is TCU.
Yeah, TCU A plus.
That's maybe a triple A plus.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they were even receiving votes preseason. And they just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that.
Good for TCU.
Do you want to go? Okay. Do you want to go score predictions, or do you want to go playoff predictions?
Let's go playoff prediction.
Okay.
That'll be our segment next. So let's do conference championship first.
Oh, you want to do? Okay. All
so
right.
I think SEC. I think this is what I'm thinking. Okay. Tennessee and Georgia are in the same conference, right?
Yeah.
I think Georgia wins, right?
I agree with that.
Georgia wins this week. Tennessee wins out and still makes the playoff as a 4 seed. Then there'll be, I hate to say this, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. If Alabama,
I could very easily see that.
If Alabama wins out, if they beat LSU, that's where Alabama wins out. I mean, that's their last. Oh, and they have Ole Miss. So I mean, they still have.
They also, if they beat LSU, they'd also probably play in the Big 12 SEC championship.
So I mean, a two-loss Alabama would make it. I wouldn't be surprised. And then 4, it's honestly up to Clemson, Michigan, and TCU. Those 3.
Ohio State. You forgot about Ohio State.
Yeah. Because that Ohio State-Michigan game means
a
lot.
Who do you got as your 1 seed right now?
1 seed, I mean, Tennessee.
One seed in the future.
Oh, in the future, Ohio State.
Okay.
2 seed, I think, will be Georgia. 3 seed will be Tennessee. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Alabama wins SEC championship. They come in with 1 loss, so I think it'll be 1 seed Ohio State, 2 seed Alabama, 3 seed Georgia, 4 seed Tennessee.
I'll say this.
Imagine Tennessee Ohio State offensive battle.
Listen. All right. So Ohio State won.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. You know what? Georgia won because I think they went out.
All right.
I'll say Ohio State 2.
Wait. So.
I think Georgia wins out and wins the SEC championship. And if
they give them enough.
And if Ohio State wins out and Georgia wins out and they're both undefeated, they're gonna give the edge to Georgia.
Yeah.
So I'll say Georgia 1,
Yeah.
Ohio State 2, Tennessee 3.
Tennessee 3.
Because I do think they lose to Georgia and a one-loss Georgia team. I mean, a one-loss Tennessee team versus a one-loss Alabama team, assuming they both win out. I think you got to give the edge to Tennessee
Yeah,
because
they
based off
head-to-head.
they had the head-to-head win, based off the wins they've won, or the other wins they have. So I'll say Tennessee 3, and also I'll go Clemson 4. I think if you look at the record, or I mean
Clemson's
their
not making
schedule,
it.
I think they win. I think they win out. And
They won't have enough. They'll put a one-loss Alabama over it.
but if you look at them right now, they already have them at number 4, right?
That doesn't matter right now. Right now is right now.
So they obviously like Clemson over Michigan, who I think Michigan's look better. But I'll say Clemson 4.
I mean, Michigan's gonna lose to Ohio State, so it won't matter.
I'll say Clemson 4. I don't think that's out.
I don't see it.
I don't think that's crazy.
I don't see it.
say-
I think they put a one-loss SEC team over.
Yeah, I got Tennessee in there.
Wait, so you got Georgia 1, right?
Ohio State 2, Tennessee 3,
Yeah, they
and
put
Clemson
they put
4.
a one-loss Alabama team over Clemson. Just schedule.
An undefeated Clemson team?
Yeah, 100%. Just
I don't think they do, but I could see
You have to.
I could see the realm where you're right.
Clemson's just not a good team.
I don't think they have to.
I think they have to.
I don't think they have to at all.
Strength of schedule, the way they've looked against
Who's Alabama beat?
Alabama beat.
Who was Alabama beat?
They're
Okay,
gonna
they beat
they're gonna
LSU.
They're gonna beat number 10 LSU. They're gonna beat Ole Miss probably. If they want to make the playoffs, they're gonna have to win an SEC championship. So that's 3 big wins right there.
No, I say they lose. I think they lose in the SEC championship.
To who? Georgia?
Yes, I think Georgia wins out. I said that.
No.
What? No. Why you say no? You don't think that happens?
I think Alabama wins, and then they sneak in over 12-0.
Yeah, but me saying Alabama losing to Georgia, you're acting like that's some crazy thing to say. I don't think it is at all.
That's not. But so you think Georgia beats Tennessee this week?
Yes, I think I said the first thing I said
Georgia-
Georgia wins out.
Weren't a couple weeks ago you were saying they're a fraud team?
Yes, but now I look at their thing. I look at their resume now, and I think they win out. I think they beat Tennessee. It's at Georgia, so I think they beat Tennessee, and I think they beat Alabama.
But just a couple weeks ago you were saying they're
Yeah,
frauds.
opinions change.
Not that you can't change over who they played so far. After our last podcast was
Last podcast was the TCU week. That's
they've played
4 weeks ago.
Who have they played? They played Vanderbilt. Ooh. They played a horrible.
I mean,
Florida team.
so you think that your opinion of Georgia changed though too? Because you said
Yes,
you think they should be the number 1 team.
I don't think they're good anymore.
So
Because wait.
how wins over? Because this
remember,
was after
that was-
after the Missouri game.
Yeah, that was TCU.
Yeah, but you said even after the Missouri game, you think Georgia was number 1. So
Yeah, but then
I don't know how those
they,
wins.
but they looked okay against Florida. I mean, that's an okay win. I don't know.
I don't think that's crazy to say. I just think they went out. Opinions change, and I think they just went out.
All right.
Yeah,
That's respectable.
I mean, I think Ohio State wins out. I think. I don't know. Okay, so I'll say this. I'll give you my thing again.
Okay, so
Georgia wins out.
wait, no. Can I say something? So you don't think TCU wins out?
What?
You don't think Tennessee wins or TCU wins out?
No,
You think
I
they-
do not.
And they lose a game?
I think they lose a game to
'Cause
either.
ever going off this, then TCU would win the head. Get in over at Clemson.
Obviously, right now, not right now, because Clemson is
Look
number 4 and TCU's number 7.
But do you think that's right?
I don't, but I'm looking at the playoff committee, and I'm looking at who they have ranked right now.
Okay, let me say this right now.
This is not who I think should make it. This is who I predict is gonna make it.
If TCU wins out, they'll play the tougher Big 12.
Yes,
So I think TCU. I think the committee will really open up their eyes and say, "Oh yeah, TCU."
but okay, this is my prediction. I think Georgia wins out, right? They're number 1. If Georgia wins out, we can agree they're number 1, right? Correct.
What
I think-
what Ohio State wins out. Yeah, right now.
Georgia's Georgia over
yeah,
win.
yeah, you're right.
Georgia
right.
wins out.
Yeah,
I think they're number 1.
yeah.
Ohio State wins out. They're number 2.
It depends how Georgia wins, though, mine. Also.
I think just a win over the SEC championship or champion, or I mean, I think
Yeah, I
assuming
guess-
Georgia
yeah,
wins out.
Yeah, Ohio State doesn't play. That,
They play
that,
Michigan,
That Big
but-
Ten West is.
But
or
okay, I
whatever.
think Georgia wins out. I think they're number
Yeah.
one. Ohio State wins out. They're number 2, right?
Yeah.
And I think a one-loss Tennessee team gets in at 3,
Mm-hmm.
and I think an undefeated
Clemson.
Clemson team gets over. And I think TCU loses the game.
Who?
Either Texas or in the Big 12 championship.
I don't know. They've looked really good. Not Charlie Brewer. Max Duggan.
He has looked good. I think he's the best. I think we agree on this that he's the best quarterback in the Big 12.
Got to make this quick. Let's do our lock of the weeks and upsets. So we might be able to talk about the Thunder because I want to talk about that a little bit.
All right.
My lock of the week, I think Northwestern covers. I'm just kidding. They're losing.
They'll have okay.
LSU. I think they cover. What is
Are we doing upset of the week or lock of the week?
I'm doing lock of the week. My lock of the week.
Okay.
LSU. I think they cover. What is it? 13.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they.
You think
cover.
they win?
Nah, if they win, I get the points.
All right. I like that. I like that. My lock of the week.
Was it TCU right or whatever?
No, I'll get into that later.
Or was it?
Actually, yeah. This is hard. Here, you keep talking about your pick. I gotta.
All right. I think LSU. They'll play it close. It's at what is it? At Bama or is
Mhm.
that LSU? It's at LSU.
It's
right?
at LSU.
Yeah. That's gonna be a big factor. They've been playing better. Jalen Danielson's been playing better. I just think they show up.
Lock of the week. I'm gonna say Cal. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna win.
Who are they playing?
USC.
No.
Listen, USC
They
is.
struggled against
They
Arizona.
struggled against Arizona. They struggled against Oregon State's a good team, but they struggled against Oregon State. They've won games, right? They've won games,
Not in a good fashion.
but they've been close games.
it
So
looks like a Lincoln Riley team.
yeah, I mean it's exactly what OU did. Yeah, I mean I think the spread's at 21.5. I think USC wins. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think USC wins, but I think Cal can cover.
All right. And then my upset of the week, Northwestern. I'm just kidding. My upset of the week. Who plays at 11? My upset of the week. I think Virginia beats North Carolina.
Ooh, so I could.
I can see that. I can see that.
Where is that game? Oh,
11
okay,
a.m.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. My upset of the week's gonna be Texas Tech over TCU.
I don't like that.
I know.
That's TCU, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Actually, let me flip my pick. Can I flip my pick?
No.
I'm looking at let me flip my pick. Tulsa over Tulane. Give me
Go Hurricanes.
the Golden Hurricanes. I'm going to say Tulsa over Tulane. I know we bragged about Tulane earlier in the show, but I'm going to say Tulsa gets the win.
Hometown team.
At Tulsa.
All right. That's it.
The
Want to talk about the Thunder?
OKC Thunder. 4-3.
4-3. Let's talk about Shea real quick. I have the games he's played this season. First game, 32 points. Second game, 28. Third game, 33. Fourth game, 24. Fifth game, 38. And sixth game, 34 points. I mean, he's Western Conference player
Of the week,
of
right?
the week. I mean, he's just been looking like an all-star. Impressive.
I mean, you could argue he's looked like an MVP candidate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think he is. I don't think he's.
I
I don't think he's top 3 right now.
he'll make an all-star game in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he makes All-Star, but I don't think he's top 3. I think it's Luka, Ja, and I think it's Giannis right now as a 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you could argue that he's top 10,
Where's your
top
Tatum?
7.
Where's Tatum at?
Tatum.
Just
Yeah,
outside looking out.
Yeah, I mean he's not in there right now, but it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
in like that. But I mean, he's still having a good season, 30 points a game.
I mean, you can get publicity too. Like a lot of people are talking about him now. It's good to see for Shea. He's earned it.
Yeah, and the Thunder just played good. When I was watching him last night against the Magic, they just looked like a fun team to watch.
I mean, they were.
They played with a lot of energy. I thought Poku has developed a lot.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
He's developed a lot, in my opinion.
He's so.
He just seems smarter. Like he just seems like he's making better decisions.
He's sexier.
Okay. He's he's making better decisions. He's just playing. He's not like out of control. He doesn't
Yeah.
look like he just doesn't
He's
like.
just playing naturally.
Yeah, naturally. That's a good way to put it. I thought JRE played pretty well yesterday, coming off the bench, or I mean, starting. I think. He just seemed like an energy guy. Like he just brought a lot of like energy to the team.
Yeah.
He's making all the the small plays, like the dirty plays. Josh Giddey, he's been a little disappointing, but he's only played 4 games, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, I was watching the game yesterday, and he just didn't look like he just looked scared to take a shot, like a jump shot.
I mean, he's coming off injury too.
That's true.
He'll fit in. He'll start fitting in.
Usman Jang, I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah, he's gonna be a project though.
Yeah, it'll be probably another Poku, like
Poku type.
just like it'll take maybe 3 or 4 years
Yeah.
before he starts showing, or he'll always, I feel like he'll always show like potential. Yeah, he'll always show flashes,
Yeah.
but I mean it'll take a while. You got any thoughts about the team? Trey Mann
Trey Mann, yeah. I mean, I think he should be starting.
over Giddey.
No, I don't know. So was Dort out? Was he out last game?
No, he played.
He played.
Dort.
I mean,
I like him. I think he's good. I think he's one of the best defenders in the league. He just seems like a lot of times he doesn't have a plan. He doesn't know where he's gonna go.
Yeah.
He's just kind of driving and hoping something happens. Like, seems like all of his shots are just like he doesn't have confidence that he's gonna make it. He's just shooting it. Like he's just throwing it up
Yeah.
there.
That's really about it for the Thunder. I know we're not really talking about NFL, but me and Carter's 2 favorite teams had a trade yesterday.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins for Chase Dropham. Drops every ball he gets.
First round pick. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a Broncos fan. He's a Dolphins fan. The Broncos have been horrible. Dolphins have been pretty good with Tua.
I mean, Tyreek Hill. Remember they said he wouldn't be good with Tua. Look at now.
I mean, I was last year. I was saying he was a top 5 receiver, and people were saying that was crazy. I've always believed he's been a top 5 receiver. Which I think right now he's probably playing like a top 3.
He's number 1 right now. Jalen Waddle playing like a top 5 receiver. Russell, let's cook. Let's ride.
Yeah, the Broncos are just bad. They're just I don't know what really it's offense. Obviously, the defense played really good.
Dolphins don't have so I mean we're obviously going for like playoff or bust. So for Broncos, who do y'all want for the first rounds? Like who y'all O-line, QB, receiver,
offensive line,
O-line, like a Paris Johnson, Ohio State.
Paris Johnson, even an Anton Harrison.
Might fall second. I don't know.
Peter Skronowski, whatever his name is, out of
Northwestern.
That would be good, but I think we need to have a better pick for that.
I think y'all do pick a quarterback like later, like maybe a Hendon Hooker type. You'd be happy with that.
I would be really happy
like
with
a third round.
Yeah.
Hooker.
But yeah, Broncos. I think it was a win-win trade.
Yeah.
You guys got your pass rush.
Like
we're
going for the playoffs. Y'all are.
Yeah, I mean, we can I think what's good about our GM is he's understanding that this is we're not a contending team right now.
Y'all are just.
We just have not played well enough to be a contending team.
Like Russ one more season, maybe try to get.
I mean, we gave him a 5-year We gave him the bad thing is we gave him money before he even played a game.
Yeah, no one's gonna take that trade off. No one's gonna take that deal. Yeah,
unless unless Tua gets hurt, like he retires or something, which is not gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a win-win trade. We got our first round pick. You got your pass rusher. What are your thoughts about the trade?
I'm happy about it. We need that one last player for like a really last playoff push. I mean, we're contenders.
I'm just happy that Nick Benito gets to play more.
Yeah.
One of my favorite players in the league just because he went to OU and he's a Bronco.
Yeah. I mean, Dolphins. I mean, we had the best wide receiver duo in the league. I mean, we have one of the best tackles. I mean, we just lack
running back. I mean, Raheem Mostert just played okay.
He's good.
But
we don't lack anything on offense, in my opinion. What we lack is playmakers on Xavier Howard. He's been good, but that's about it. Jalen Phillips has played good. Those are about the 2 playable. Andrew Von Holland. Those 3.
What about your linebackers? Non-existent.
No, they're Jerome Baker. Okay, and Landon Roberts, whatever. Andrew Van Ginkel. Okay.
I think we have an opposite. Like I think our teams are just complete opposites.
We have a high-powered offense.
And we have a great defense, but y'all just have a
better coach.
Yeah. Our offense is horrible.
Yeah, our defense can make plays too. That's what defense. Offense, you can't make plays if you're bad, you're not making a play.
Mhm.
But on defense, if you're bad, you can still make plays.
Yeah. But I think. But yeah, thanks. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next time.